Welcome, and today it is all about academic and academic matter, and I'm looking at the both Islamic and the Western academic environments for our children, and that is why we've tried as much as possible to bring in someone from Ikorodu, all the way in Ikorodu, Lagos State, the proprietor of Fathom Field School, in person of Mr. Kabir Abdul Kabir Oyemomi. You are welcome, sir. Salam alaikum tulai.
Salam tulai. Thank you for having me.
Wow, it's very great to have you online. You will just do us the honor of giving us information, the history, the foundation about Fathom Field School. Let us know a bit about the school, and let us see what we can discuss as far as academic environment for our children is concerned. You are welcome, sir. Tell us about the school.
Anytime, sir. Like you have succinctly put it, that there is need for us to make a very clear juxtaposition of Islamic education and Western education, especially to be able to bring a rounded result. It is important for us to have a school like Fathom Field. Fathom Field was born out of the fact that we are able to see a lot of imbalances, if you ask me, in the area of Islamic education, Western education. We are known as Muslims too much, and it's embarrassing that to substandard level. And we have everything that is called knowledge. Everything that has to do with knowledge is in Islam, to everybody, whether you're a Muslim or not. But it has to be done in a way that will be something that is even receivable by even non-Muslims. What am I saying? I'm talking about standard. So what brought about the formation and establishment of Fathom Field was the crave for standard in all ways.
Wow, that is very great, and I really see the need for that standard. For instance, the quest for that standard is a very important issue.
Fathom Field was established in 2015.
2015.
Because of the fact that, yeah, I understand. So I was saying that, yes, I was saying that Fathom Field was established in 2015, not because there were no schools around, not because there were no Muslim schools around or Islamic schools around, as the case may be, but because within me I felt that, wow, everything that has to do with us as Muslims are always in form of, people see it as more of madrasa thing. And when they say madrasa, what they mean was something that is not compulsory, something that after you have done the original, come and do the secondary one. That is the way they have put our madrasas to be, where we gain knowledge of being able to live in this world and hereafter. So it is a slap on faces of someone like myself to see where you will learn about your future, your hereafter, as something that is secondary. So I stretch to make sure that this thing is brought to limelight, in the sense that it is brought to position where it really belongs. It belongs in the forefront of knowledge. Madrasa things, Islamic education is supposed to be in the forefront of knowledge. But if it is colored in a way that is not receivable, if it is a good, but it is painted with dirt outside, nobody is coming in. So that is why I have stretched as much as possible to make sure that we do something. We are able to make a primary school of Western education that will match up with a primary school of Islamic education. There's no need for separation. If you look at the name of the school, you will see that it does not imply anything like madrasa. You see Fathom Field, Fathom Field. It doesn't have to do with anything in Arabic. And so the essence, if that one was deliberate, naming as such was deliberate, so that you don't see us as one madrasa out there that you just see that come and see what we are doing. We are knowledge based. We are so particularly about what we dish out in Western education. I am not an ustad of that higher status. I am not somebody that will be the one that will give out the knowledge as far as Islamic education. I receive knowledge rather from people that are more knowledgeable than. So my own is to be able to put things together. I want to set a field, a level playground for both education to thrive. And I don't see any reason why there should not be resource. I don't see any reason why we should be in school, in primary school, and at the end of the day, your kids are unable to speak good Arabic language. The fact that you are speaking good English does not stop you from speaking Arabic knowledge, Arabic language, and vice versa. So you should be able to, so way of balancing the two is what I won't go for. And it is known, everybody that knows me know that before you skate through my interview as somebody that wants to be a giver of knowledge, you need to, especially when it has to do with Western education, you do well, you perform excellently well before you are allowed by me. So, and I know that there are so many people that are very good in terms of Islamic education, very good, very sound, but that are looked upon as if they don't have anything to offer. So I went out to get those people. Come and see a place where you can show your talent. Come and show to people that you have something to offer. People have, if you see them as, if it is just a matter of giving them 1,000 at the end of the month and all of that. So that's, I am bringing out the purpose of Fathom is to be able to, in reality, I am not an Islamic, I'm a Muslim school. The school is Islamic school, core Islamic education. But if you are coming for the Western education, you are welcome. We have had non-Muslims in our school before because we are known for that knowledge in terms of Western education. If it is knowledge-based, you can come to us. So it is only you that you can say that this Quran is too much because we read Quran. We are based on Tafiz, Arabiya, and we introduce Montessori style. What we teach in our early years foundation are true phonic style. It is not just that at the end of the day that our kids will not be able to read on their own, except they cram Point Premier. That is exactly what I'm out to correct. You should be able to, at the end of the nursery department, you should be able to be on yourself and read clearly. That is exactly what we are doing. We are not doing it for the fun of it. We are doing it so that anybody that is a product of this great institution will be able to beat our chest on that person. That, oh, if he is a product of this person after the primary school, there shouldn't be any problem as to readability of both ends, from both ends. You understand? So that is exactly what we are.
Yes, that is a very clear objective that the Western education must be well sound and the Islamic or Arabic knowledge or skill sets must also be well taken care of. And there is the method of teaching is well, modern with what you have explained. So I want to appreciate the efforts seriously as an educationist myself who had been in the teaching industry and have a passion to teach. And even though we keep learning and improving ourselves, we have all reasons to appreciate the value we offer. So currently, we all know the issues around the issues of students, COVID, policies on resumption, and what have you. I would just want to ask Mr. Kabir Oyemomi to give the parents and the children tips, as we all know that we just need to remind ourselves the health tips and even the Islamic dua as we have it in the recommendations. So if you can use this opportunity to give 1 or 2 tips on these issues that we are having.
Foremost, as Muslims, it is incumbent on us to know the routine as far as the iyat and the cards are concerned. And the first is not enough that we are reading our script very properly. It is important for us to have belief in God, that He is the one that can protect really. But that notwithstanding, we have to take into cognizance the rules and regulations that is set out by the authorities. Those people that are in authority are seeing better than we do. So they have, and that is why it is not possible for us as Muslims to do anything on our own accord without strict adherence to the dictates and rules of the government. So what is expected of them is what they can see. The government has told us to resume. They are the one that are driving us as to when to resume or when not to resume. And that is why we don't run a school that is intended to go against the whims and caprices of government. So we follow government from A to Z. For instance, we make sure that we have a certificate of reopening. You must have a certificate from the government. We have had that one in the past when the first stroke of the COVID-19. So we have put everything in place. So that is not only schools, everywhere that people will gather. You must make sure that you wash your hands properly, make sure that you use face mask as and when due, and you make sure that your environment is clean, everything is protected. Then you keep your reliance completely on Allah. We know that all these face masks, everything that we are asked to put in place is not really what is going to, but we cannot go without observing the rules and say you have placed your trust on Allah. Even Allah will deny you, because if you know that this is the way that these things to come in, Do you get what I'm saying? So you to prevent all this. So we do our best to make sure that these things are done in accordance with the dictates of the government. We make sure we don't play with our dua. It's not only when things like this strike. Oh, let us remember our dua. Allow every morning and evening. So if you do that and you believe in Allah, you are surely protected, inshallah.
That is very great. There are so very good information. May Allah protect us all. Then we want to look at, do you have information for us with regards to admission? If we are looking for admission for us, our children within the confinement of Ikorodu and its environs, what information, what offer do you have for us so that we can consider, and how can we approach that? How can we relate with you?
Let me give you a recap of what we do so that you know how worthwhile our school is, if you say there's an opportunity or otherwise. Okay. Foremost, it is important to know that anybody that comes to Fathom school as a primary, as an early year student or early year PP is poised to gain complete readability, self-reliance as far as reading is concerned. That is scarce. I can tell you, it is scarce for you to be sure that after your nursery, that's what we are doing in Fathom Fit. If you are unable to read at the nursery level, then you are not qualified for the basic classes, regardless of what your age is. Same goes for Arabiya. Arabiya, we do Arabiya real one from the scratch, rather to that file. That is nursery. Do you get what I'm saying now? So that is the opportunity there. Opportunity in the primary level, that one is like you are preparing. I found out lately that these kids, there's nothing you teach them that they don't know. It's only you that you can have problem. If you give them anything, forget about that. The brain cannot absorb it. It's a lie. So that's what I've got to know. So we are doing it real in primary level. So if you have a product of our primary school, you will know what I'm talking about. Our product, the product of our primary school can stand with anybody in GS3, SS1. I'm telling you, because we are giving them the rudiments. We are giving them real rudiments. And we have a JS1, JS2, JS3 now. So you can imagine what we are going to do. Because I am at the airborne 5 years, I look at everything and I don't get satisfied easily. So before you come into the system and do anything and impart anything, you must be up and doing. Because I have my own way of subtracting. Apart from the conventional way of doing interview, I have my own way. I will know. There's no way. The only way area I think I could have is area of Arabia, because my knowledge of Arabic studies is limited. But then I have a lot of people around me, and I'm not a novice that you can say is a I'm not a novice at all as far as Arabic education is concerned. So now the opportunity that I want to talk about is we want to have scholarship now for just one kid of 1 year from basic 1 to basic 5 each, one year tuition free for the best. So we are opening a scholarship, of which date you are going to know about. We are going to set the date and the information will go across. So I want to tell everybody to be to be ready and on the go for information that is coming out from Fathom Feed schools. So we are going to roll that something of sort very soon. So we don't celebrate mediocrity. Like I said at the beginning, we must be up and doing if you want to be doing here, because we have a lot of issues with parents. Some people will say, "Oh, this is my son, this is my daughter. She's so years of age, but she wants to be in this class, or wants to be in this class, but it's not fit for this class." It is only Fathom Fit in the history of my life as a teacher that I've seen that we are saying that your kid cannot be and turn them away. And we are still looking for enrollment. The reason being that we don't want to put bad eggs together. We're working here. So we won't want anybody to force his wish on us. At the end of the day, things that will not pay us. Because anything that wants to have Fathom feed in, we must be very sure that is okay. So we are opening, like we said, as a matter of opportunity, we are opening a scholarship exams very soon from Basic 1 to Basic 5. We are picking best in each of these classes to be sponsored. Tuition free, free for 1 year. Inshallah, that is what we are looking up to for 1 year, tuition free.
Wow.
So that is the kind of scholarship we are trying to float very soon, inshallah.
So I really say Jazakumullah khair in advance for the efforts, and I say may Allah make it easy. We are going to tell the world, we are going to tell everybody, and somebody will definitely tell somebody. Fathom Field School is in Ikorodu of Lagos, and of course we are going to also invite the proprietor subsequently to look at other matters as it affects our education, our children education, and life in general. So I'm going to say thank you for this opportunity, and I say thank you for honoring our invitation, Mr. Abdul Kabir Oyemomi. I say Jazakumullahu khairan. So assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam to Allah. Many thanks for having me. Jazakumullahu khairan jaza.
Well, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So